Part 3 of Narcissistic Council is complete. It's a little long, but watch it, because, oh my God. Watch Queen Bee, watch our corrupt mayor, watch them vote against their voice. They just don't care, no matter what the citizens tell these guys. They're just like, bleep you, this is my town. Well, half of them don't even live here. Drug dealers, drunks, whatever. Watch.
Good afternoon, Oakbreakers. So you were talking about the population, man. The population of this town has been the same for 12, 15 years. If you go to the U.S. Census website, it'll show us at 877, which is about 575 higher than it was in 2010. So the question for you is, why do we need a new fire station? The population's not growing. And yes, it might grow one day, but that don't mean it's here now. So have we had a third-party expert come out and tell us what we need? Forgive me if I don't take Chief Blanchard and Kelly's opinion on stuff. They seem to lie a lot. So these guys came out and told us that we had a hazardous atmosphere inside the fire station, but have yet to show me any documentation from an industrial hygienist that came out here and told me that was wrong.
Police department, this is their page when they're trying to promote this fire station, right? And this is Chief Kelly and Chief Blanchard. Chief Kelly says, cancer, a leading cause of health concerns for those in the fire service, was not considered when building this facility. How does he know that? Who knows? We don't have any documentation saying that. Regardless, if there was a carcinogenic problem inside the facility, this man, being the nice, kind gentleman that he is, who loves his city and his fire department staff, would have brought an industrial hygienist out there to tell us what the carcinogenics were coming from, and halted all emergency response personnel from being in the facility due to carcinogenics being in the area. He did not. What does that tell you? That he's a liar. Now, Chief Blanchard backs him on this, and Chief Blanchard also says that the current police department is going to move into the fire station. Well, they're going to expand and move into the fire station that house carcinogenics. Does that ring a bell to you guys? If something's wrong, something's off?
Get one come out here. You're not going to speak to me? Not going to speak to me. Okay. Jason Knight, you know anything about that?
No, I haven't talked about anybody coming out doing any testing in it.
Okay. Have we had anybody come out and actually tell us what we actually need besides the in-house part?
No, I was in that study that was approved, what, a year ago, and those people came out and pretty much said where the fire station should be and what we should look at building.
And does that include renovating or just building a whole new one?
That was part of that was for the new fire department.
Building a whole new station. So there was nothing planned on doing any kind of renovation. We could not do a renovation to a firehouse. I mean, I'm trying to save us multiple millions of dollars.
Well, actually, that I agree with you on.
Where is it? Where's the study? Show us. Y'all came in here and said you're for the people. You gotta do a ton of your studies for the people, but yet won't talk to you. Won't talk to the citizens, so shame on him. I've got a mayor that won't talk to a citizen who's giving actual data that you will not produce, and you have no rebuttal to it because you don't know what you're doing. Jason gave me something, but you still don't have a whole piece of the pie. Shame on y'all. Take it to a vote, to a bond, because you four people should not hold us for everything in the city. There's more of us out here that have more of an opinion and need data that you will not provide to us. Thank you.
This has been up for a long time, and I've talked to a lot of people in person, social media, even people in here. And what you said, right, the citizens deserve the protection from fire and police, and no one in this room or this town is against either one of them or crazy. So that statement is true. But as elected officials, we should have the citizens' utmost interest in the back of our heads nonstop. We're about to approve the largest debt load in one motion times 2 in the history of Aransas Pass. And the people are the ones paying the bills for this building.
Yep.
So the right thing to do would be to table this, get it prepped for a bond election, and let the people vote on it. And Mary, I present that in the form of a motion.
Amen.
That's your motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a second to this motion?
Crook.
Okay. So there's no second, so the motion dies. What other options have y'all looked at besides just building a brand new building? Because I think everyone in the city, nobody doesn't want us to have adequate buildings and for our first responders and the fire department, the police station.
What Elise is talking about is that the majority of the citizens were concerned about this new fire station that looks like something that would be out of California because we can't afford it. Anyway, but our streets, our streets are terrible, guys. You can't even drive a ladder truck down there is what most of the people are saying in Aransas Pass. And these are actually pictures they put on Facebook, citizens did, because of the new fire station. And they know that we need streets over a new fire station, but these council members do not care.
We all did that, but the money's gotta be there. And secondly, what is the emergency? Why can't this wait 3 months and put it to an election and let the citizens decide? Because typically a CO is for emergencies, and I don't understand what the 3-month thing is. Why can't you wait 3 months and put it on the ballot?
Amen.
Or COs for an emergency.
If they can, they put their for all
They
purposes.
can, Jim, but they're.
You can go to the comptroller website and it'll tell you, they are generally for
A
emergencies. They
CO
don't
is
have
the
to
only
be. You
form
cancel,
of funding that does not have
can
to
vote
do
on
with
it, but
that.
I'm just saying, generally they're for emergencies. What's the rush, what's 3 months? Why do y'all need to decide right now and not put it on the ballot and let the citizens decide?
Amen.
Amen.
Mayor and council.
Well,
And what else, what other options have y'all thought?
They don't want to hear that.
Is the rate increase. Potential rate increase. That's
It
today.
could also go down.
That's
Let's-
today,
let's roll the
we're
dice.
at 475, it's down, and what's gonna happen in 3 months?
It could go
If you
down.
can predict what the Biden administration is gonna do, then
Well, it could go down, it could go up, I mean, we don't, it's a given, but I'm just saying, what's
It's not that it's in a hurry, it's so much that right now we're in a good situation that it's probably a good time to do it. And again,
Based
on what? We shouldn't worry about the Biden administration. He don't remember nothing anyway. My
You don't
friend.
worry about that, don't worry, but there's no fire.
Let's go,
hydrants
Brandon.
For the fire trucks to put out a fire if there's one in the middle.
I think they have a pretty good system on the fire hydrants. Actually, they get,
How do they get the water to them if there's no water to some of these city blocks? I would guess there's not a fire hydrant if there's not water there, I'm just saying. So you start looking at 7th Street, 8th Street, all of those that are right in the middle. If that catches on fire, we got some problems.
When these guys lie. So there was a fire at Pelican Cove 2021 in March. And the reason this house burnt down is because the fire hydrant would not open. They couldn't get it open. So the entire house was lost because the fire department did not do proper inspections on the hydrant, did not do proper inspections, and we lost a home. All managed by this criminal right here. And Chief Blanchard will say he's a great guy. Well, no, he's a scumbag who doesn't care about us nor the safety of us.
That's awesome that we got a new building. But you're not gonna have water to put it out, so I want to know what other options did y'all look at to where we don't have to spend 16 million? Or 14, or whatever y'all wanna say it's gonna be. What other options did y'all think about? Or did y'all put numbers to any other options? Did you look at, we have the property that's over by the Civic Center to put some portable buildings for a while? For just a few years to put some office space? Did y'all even consider that or get numbers for it? And if not, why not? We're good enough for our children. We put our kids in them.
well, that's the school district and that has nothing to do with the city. It's two
Well,
different
well,
things. It's
people-
like
What would be the
loans and
difference?
HEBs. There's just two different funding sources, two different entities.
also what needs to be done in the city and what we plan to do. Some members of the public who are interested in the community attend that particular meeting. And we get good input from the community. And then that goes into the budget. Every June.
Less than
we do that
1%.
Without exception, well, for the past 5 years we've done it. I don't know if you've attended those or not.
And
but-
I've been to the Des Moines one,
We have a
June
plan.
meeting.
We have a plan in place to put infrastructure into the places in the city limits that do not have utilities.
And keep in
That
mind-
is
I mean, I'm
there is
assuming
a
that's the
plan
plan
in
that's in the
place.
master plan.
State to state.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm
You're gonna
trying
fault
to
me
explain
because
to
I
you.
wasn't at a June meeting.
That has
and I
nothing to do with
I'm
it.
asking
So
y'all
the city manager
what
said.
y'all asked, the 3 of you sitting up here, or 4, I don't know where, it hasn't been around that much. What other options did you
Keep
look at?
waking up.
We really did not look at any other
That's all
options.
we-
Okay, guys, you hear the woman? They didn't look at any other options. So basically, they just said, "Hey, this guy in a suit going to give us $16 million. We're going to pay $100,000 or so a month for it. Let's just go for it. Let's get a bright new fancy looking fire station like
We
that.
weren't looking for other options.
Amen, Elise.
We need other options.
We need to, I'm not disagreeing, we need the fire department and the police department. The cost of it, 16 million seems like a lot. I've been a builder all my life. How'd you come up with the number? 16 million for, it looks like a fancy place, doesn't belong in here, this is California style stuff.
Well, it's
This is
12,
around this
it's
path.
12 million for the building. It's not 16, it's 12.
Even still,
That's a fair.
It was 10 last time. What
even
happened?
still, I'm a builder and I value budget, I've been
Carrie Strokes post about the fire department, why we need the fire department. And everybody on here is saying we need roads, infrastructure, this is BS, or sewers, blah, blah, blah. All Scary has is excuses, by the way. And then people are saying, hey, can we afford this? And she tries saying that it won't raise our taxes. Well, it still comes out of the same pie, guys. So we're still paying for it. But why the F does it cost so much? Exactly our point, guys. Remember, they spent $469 a square foot on the concession stand and still refuse to give out that data as to why that costs so much. So imagine how much of this money is going in her back pocket, right? If memory stands correctly, she's talking about $12 million for the new fire station, 14,000 square foot department, including equipment and furniture, and another $2 million for the PD improvements, which the PD will move into the firehouse, is what I was told. But Chief Blanchard and Chief Kelly and council all stated the firehouse has carcinogenics and.
I mean, I've been around a long time. One guy's gonna give you a number because he don't have nothing else to do, just come
The
here.
feasibility study was conducted, we did that, and so this number didn't come out of the air. It's then, again, you raised a good question, and that study is what we are going by. And they did some very preliminary design work with that, very preliminary, but enough to give an idea of what this cost is going to be. That is done, it's been done for, I don't know, it's been done for a
Other the
while.
plans, other than the building, and I guarantee you value engineer down 2-3 million, will tell you just change a couple things. I mean, it doesn't fit the narrative for this town. It's like a Hollywood place. I have a business in town. I have 3 businesses in town. I have 20 homes. I do a lot for this town. I pay taxes too. I'm worried about taxes, just like everybody here is worried about taxes.
Yeah,
And this is only my opinion. I think that 16 million or 12 million for a fire station is too much. For the police department, the fire department, I'm all about veterans and
Amen.
Hopefully, when it gets all drawn up and we put it for bid, the bids will come on a lot less than what we're talking about.
But you're talking about more than 16 million from this man, right?
Well,
Yeah. So you're established.
So we don't even have bids yet and we're taking money?
Our financial advisors.
yeah.
They're not
Okay, can we put that on a
financial advisors.
contingency, to where we don't borrow the 16 million right now, we just wait until it comes in, or not?
Good job.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
You already had your turn. You already had your turn.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah, but you already had your turn.
It's okay.
We got you.
We got a new mayor.
Well, that's fine. No, it's not fine. No, it's not fine. It's fine that we're a lot gooder now, or better now than we were back then. Let's go to the next one.
I forgot what I was gonna say, they've been talking about so much other
But
shit.
in the last 4 to
Yeah,
5
you're
years,
talking
we
about
have
Biden.
actually demolished over 128 buildings.
It's higher than
Excuse me.
The ones down on the main roads?
I know I just got here. But what agenda item are we talking about now?
Good job.
The only agenda
No, we
item I
completely
see,
lost.
we're not
Yeah.
talking about.
Good job.
We need to keep the, meeting on the agenda item. When you get off the agenda item, you may be violating.
You're not the mayor, but good
I
job.
believe we're on agenda.
Come back to
Talking about this
the item,
bill.
come back to the item. And may I suggest something else, Mr. Mayor? A little more order. When you have an item, you call the item, you explain, you get whoever's putting on the item to make an explanation. You open it up to the public for a public comment. Let them comment. Now, you can set a time limit under your code of ordinances, you're allowed to do that. You've set out rules of decorum, none of which have been followed today, that I see. You should follow those rules, let the public speak, give them a certain, don't respond, don't,
This is
an
a meeting where
opportunity.
they can respond to
You
us,
see?
sir.
You see what I'm talking about?
That's 'cause you're-
But he's right.
You see?
That's why I'm here, because I love Aransas Pass. I've been here, probably looks like I've been alive a little longer. So I've seen a little bit more, and I've seen people in all these different high places that done good, and a lot of them have done bad over the years. They all know it, all of them. They got secrets they're gonna take to the grave. But anyway, so Ingleside was like Gregory, and I ain't talking bad about Gregory, but Ingleside was comparable to Gregory. Ingleside, they had 3,000 people, we had 6,000, 7,000. They got more people than we got. And I believe we got 8,000, because with my family alone, it's 2,000, 3,000. And half of them are gone because they don't want to be here. Because of the streets, some of them bumps on them streets, I could close my eyes and you could just turn me in a circle, drive me around all around this pass, and start taking me down some of those back streets. And once I started hitting certain bumps, I could name what street I'm on, how far the block I'm in, because them streets have been like that since I was in high school. And for some reason, y'all just want to pave D-Berry, and that's it.
Wherever they live.
Every so often, you want to pay D-Berry, and that's it. Check. And when every year I worry about opening up that tax ladder that we get to find out if the taxes are going to go up.
Amen.
Regardless of what they go up for this man's trying to get to your head, he's not going to pay the bill. This man ain't going to pay the bill. Y'all ain't going to pay the bill. Some of us ain't got 20 years. Me and you ain't got 20 years. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. You ain't got 20 years. You ain't got 20 years. I don't even know what to say about her. I don't even know if I should say I hope she don't or she don't. But most of us ain't got 20 years, but our kids and grandkids are that live like me do. They are. That's what I'm worried about. That 20 years gonna pay off here. You said, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I know I'm talking.
18 years in council right there.
But you said,
18 years.
I don't know how we're gonna. We don't know how long we're gonna be here. My hands are up. I might not be here. I might not be here. It ain't gonna bother you if you're here or not, because you're gonna have the money to pay the taxes, whatever it's raised. With what you've made here, sitting there, you say you don't make no money. I bet a good penny.
Andy, I have not made a dime
Anyway.
since I've been here on any project or anything. Oh, that's ridiculous.
You are ridiculous.
Sir,
That's ridiculous. You're completely off. Andy, number one, excuse me.
No, ma'am.
No, excuse me.
Ma'am.
You are completely off topic. We need to get back to the
You're not the
agenda.
mayor. You're not the mayor.
okay, man. I mean, sir, we need police. We need something. But I was in there the other day, and the Ranch Pass Police Department's always been DB. So, I mean, in reality, we need something, right? And we need something for what y'all do. You're the fire chief, right? We need something, right? But you said something about
Oath breaker.
20 years down the road, okay? In 20 years, you're gonna build this $16 million thing here. Right. Top of all that, some man said that it's probably more than we need here right now.
Liar.
As far as what might be in it, right? I don't know what's gonna be in it. $16 million, $12 million, it's probably more than that big school that.
Liar. Doesn't live here. Lives with his girlfriend in Portland.
So why can't you just go
Narcissist.
back a little bit
Liar.
and think about the people? I don't know why you want to do this so fast. There's no need in it. Because people like me, it could affect my living. And not just me, thousands of people are out there. There's more people like me out there than there is people like you sitting there. You don't
7,900.
have no worries. You don't have no worries, right? Like you said, when you leave, you're gonna be retired. You're gonna have money. You pay $40,000. How much you go? You must have a lot of money, Mr. Mayor. But I don't. And now I'm just one, right? But I'm just starting it. I bet if I get a bunch of people, I would have. Neither do I. But I don't think it would matter because you're doing this for some reason. some reason. You want to get it through there real fast. And sir, you said something earlier about the cost of material being up so high. Well, why can't you think about adding on things? Instead of buying all the material for the building, you just buy some
Renovation.
to make it bigger and rent it. And you could have something just as good and it'd be cheaper. And you wouldn't have to spend
He's
money.
right. No
But I don't
comment.
see it going that way. You know why?
Because he's a crook.
Because I am who I am. The citizens of Ransom Pass that are like me are not with you.
Well, guys, that's the end of part 3. Please subscribe, like, get us more attention, because as you can see, and this is going across the entire country, the council members and dictators, I'd rather call them, do not care about us. They're not there for us. They're not for the people. They're there for their envelopes. They're there to make money. There's no other excuse than that than to make money. They're corrupt POSs, and we got to get rid of them. Stand with me.